2, and I'm solo, man. My guys are out. Nobody's here with me. Everybody's asleep. Ben went golfing. No, just kidding. On the real, I am doing it by myself, but it's all good. The guys on here today, but I'm gonna take care of you. It's gonna be a quick little 10-15 minute show. It feels so we're doing it alone. But hey, NFL week 2, man. Let's just get right into it. So we have San Francisco at the Rams. Let me lower the music real quick. Might be a little loud. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go over bets. We're going to go over fantasy real quick. So some fantasy questions on the fantasy mailbag. Josh had a question. EC had a question. But first and foremost, let me go on Facebook and share this real quick. If y'all can do the same, that'd be good. There it is. Sharing now. All right, so San Francisco and the Rams. Brock Purdy's healthy now. They look great. The Bears are desperate to find an 11-game losing streak. They're going to be playing the Buccaneers. They didn't look great last week. The Panthers and the Saints, the Packers and the Falcons, the Seahawks and the Lions. Lions very impressive. As we know, they won last week in week 1. Now it's their home opener against the Seahawks. I think they do very well. The Bills and Las Vegas, the Chargers in Tennessee, Indianapolis at Houston, boring game, which nobody's going to want to watch. Baltimore and Cincinnati. Cincinnati lost last week. Now they have another division opponent at home. They scored only like 3 points last week. See if they can do better against Lamar. KC coming off their loss against Jacksonville. Another great game, man, right there. Who else do we have? We have the Giants and the Cardinals. Another sleeper, snoozer. Commanders at Russell Wilson and his Broncos. Terrible. I mean, that's late in the afternoon is not great, boys. Miami at New England, Cowboys at the Jets, prime time, baby. And we have the Steelers and the Browns. That's going to be a hell of a game. All division games. So that is your week 2 look ahead right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over the prime time parlay right here. It's plus 375. What about this? You know what happens, right? I'm solo dolo, but just like my boy Jordan Belfort says. What does he say? I don't know if y'all can hear it, but let's see. The show goes on. One more time. Oh, Jordan, come on. Where's the Wolf of Wall Street at? All right. I won't do it again because I'm probably going to mess it up. So let's go to that parlay I was talking to you guys about. Primetime parlay. This is primetime games right here. Minnesota and Philadelphia already happened. It wasn't, I think it lived up to the hype. Kirk Cousins did lose. Everybody has primetime Kirk is not, good, but I think he did well. His performance was good. It's just Philadelphia was too strong. In the end, they ran the hell out of the ball and they controlled the clock. But for the primetime parlay, brought to you by Gorilla Box streaming service, primetime parlay plus 375. So $100 can win you 375 on this. We have Miami beating New England, then we have the Saints beating Carolina, and then finally Cleveland going into Pittsburgh and getting that win. If all these 3 teams win, you will hit 375 on a $100 bet, total of 475. That Miami game, I think it should be good. Their offensive firepower last week was awesome. Belichick at home, it won't be an easy game, but I think that the Dolphins pull it off. Before we get any further, who's in the chat right here? Nobody yet, just a bunch of weird streams. All right, so anyway, New Orleans and Carolina, Cleveland at Pittsburgh, like I mentioned. All right, so let's just get into it. The fantasy part of the show, the flex of the week. It'll be DJ Moore at Tampa Bay. He was listed as number 24 when you first drafted him. So he is more of a flex player, not definitely, some people say wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, but if you're already stacked at wide receiver, you could have got him maybe third round. So he might not be, number 1 or number 2 wide receiver. He only had 4 points last week, 4.5 points week 1. I think he does a lot better this week. I think he gets forced the ball a little bit more. And then Tyler Algier for the Falcons. He, where are we at here? He was number 46. I think he went undrafted in one of the leagues that I was in, which was crazy. He had 24 points in week 1. I think he does well again in week 2. Bijan definitely had a great performance as well. He scored a touchdown, but it was a receiving touchdown. I think it's more of a two-headed monster here. The game plan, I think, won't be too heavy. Bijan being that he's a rookie still. And, he hasn't really proven himself. They can go to somebody who was already there last year in Tyler. And I think that his production stays, smooth and it stays, consistent. And that's what you want in fantasy. You want to have a consistent, player who's going to be out on the field a lot of the snaps. Rachaad White is also an honorable mention here for the Buccaneers. So those are your flex players of the week Stevie, what's up? Go Cowboys. EC, what up? Ron, what's up, boy? Dukes, yo. What's up, boys? Hey, we're actually gonna get to your question right now, EC. So this is the fantasy mailbag part. Every week you can submit your questions on Facebook, on Instagram, or just email us. We had a couple last week, but we have a couple week, and I think so. This one actually came from Josh. Let me know my connections. You know how my connections going, guys. But this one came from Josh. He said Rashid versus Zay Jones versus the Chiefs, or Tyler Lockett versus Detroit. If you guys in the comments can subscribe, and then also comment on this question right here for Josh, because he needs help. It's 11:04. You have to set your lineups for the 12 o'clock games. So Rashid Shaheed, try to say that 5 times, versus the Panthers. He's projected at 13. Zay Jones. I'm crossing Tyler Lockett off this. Tyler Lockett, he had 3 points last week. He left the field with a concussion protocol. He's just always hurt, man. Something is always up with Tyler Lockett. So for me, it's between Zay Jones and Rashid Shaheed. Albert Alexander, what's up? Puro Cowboys, papa. Yes, sir. Man, if I follow you on social media, bro, and if your boy keeps playing the way that he is, he might be the next Cowboy quarterback. Nunca sabes, bro. But all right, guys. So Zay Jones or Rashid here, put it in the chat. Help Josh out. Who should he start? Me personally, man, bro, there's a lot of mouths to feed over there in Jacksonville, and I think it's going to be a great game versus the Chiefs. Chandler Jones is back. I think he causes a little bit more disruption for Trevor Lawrence back there. So I'm kind of leaning Rashid Shaheed here versus the Panthers, just because the Panthers D is terrible. I know it's actually a home game for the Saints. So give me Rashid Shaheed, Josh. That'll be my answer to your question. Rashid Shaheed over Zay Jones and Tyler Lockett. I don't think you can go wrong with Zay Jones, because Calvin really did get a lot of attention last week, and he went off as well. So I'm a wide receiver 2 guy. So honestly, bro, between the two, 1 point projected is not too bad. But my final vote is Rashid. Ride with him. Duke said, I think I would go with Zay Jones here. All right, so there's another opinion for you, Josh. And this is Peck's question right here. This is EC's question. I like this head-to-head matchup right here. Mike Evans versus the Bears. He's projected at 13.59. Or David Montgomery versus the Seahawks. This is a wash, bro, right here. I mean, it's kind of crazy. The projections there, not a big difference. I'm a running back guy, but Big Mike, bro. Killer Mike. Algier or Pittman flex, said Marky. If you guys want to answer that for Marky as well, Algier or Pittman flex. Damn, Marky, that's tough. Anytime it's wide receiver and running back, bro, it's always tough. EC, if you're watching, who are you leaning? I know Duke's in here. Who would you go with? My vote here, bro, it's just like Baker. Do you trust Baker? And then it's like Bears defense is bad, so Evans can, show out against them. David Montgomery, Gibbs, bro, Gibbs impressed the hell out of me last week. He's a rookie player, but for like a smaller guy, not a huge guy, he was fast and he was very powerful. And I think that the Lions were maybe sleeping on him. They didn't think his production was going to be that good. Montgomery had a touchdown last week, so that kind of helped with his points. I think he also had 13 last week. Damn, it's tough, baby. Who we going with here, boys? Who we going with? Give me Mike. Give me Killer Mike. He's an OG. I think he gets behind that Bears defense. Bears defense looked terrible last week against the Packers. If Jordan Love can tear you up for 3 touchdowns, bro, I think Baker can do a decent job with Mike Evans. Give me Evans here over Montgomery. Very good question, Peck. What did Duke say? He says, I like Mike Evans because the Lions came out and they plan on giving Gibbs a lot more looks and attention this week. Exactly what I said, bro. Great minds think alike, dog. I love it. All right, so this is the betting portion of the show. Ben, who is golfing, I hope you're having a hell of a time out there golfing, Ben, and doing your thing with your We Talking About Sports cap on. There's a little QR code, guys, at the top. We Talking About Sports.store. Scan the QR code. We have our hats on there. We have some poker chips, some golf ball markers. Check it out. It's really cool. We plan to get a lot more stuff out there. We do all our stuff with NRG Inc. and Mercedes. They do screen printing, embroidery. They do a great job, man. So we're going to do more shirts, more merch. We Talking About store. We Talking About Sports store. check us out. But for the best bets, like I said, Ben's golfing, but it's okay because he's got action 24/7, baby. So Giants -4 is his play. Mine's gonna be a huge parlay, guys. I lost cash last week. The Bengals lost me money. The Seahawks lost me money. It was a bet. I mean, anything that I touched, the Bears lost me money. Anything I touched last week, bro, I was like done. It just wasn't happening. So I'm just going to go in a whole different direction. I'm going to take an all chalk parlay here. We have Buffalo, Detroit, San Francisco, my Cowboys, and then the Saints. So Buffalo, Detroit, San Francisco, Dallas, 5-team parlay plus 450. Lay a bill on it. You get 450 back, and the bookie can pay you at the end of the week. So those are the best bets here for We Talking About Sports. And then we also have the survival pool, guys. Did not forget about this. There's at least 35 guys remaining. I'm double checking because some guys made picks, but then they still haven't sent in their money, so we're probably going to get those guys out. And then some people sent the money, but they didn't put their username, so we don't know what money goes with what player. So we're still figuring all that stuff out. But to give you a little bit of a ballpark of what the pot is, it's looking at least $700. So $700. 10 people got eliminated last week. There's 35 left. So who knows? Those $700 could be yours in a matter of a couple months. Go Lions, go. Martins, what's up, man? How are you? Can someone who knows football talk instead? Montgomery is gonna have a hell of a day. Wow, Martin. Let's go back to that real quick. This is what he's referring to here. Mike Evans or David Montgomery could have a great week, Martin. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying I'm going Evans over it. And you still might be. Me and Martin had some brews last night. All right, so I don't know how you're feeling, Martin. I'm feeling okay, but hopefully your Lions pull off another win for you today, man. All right, so finally to cap off the show, it's not NFL, but man, I don't know if you guys saw it. Like they say on SportsCenter, haven't seen it, should, because you can watch some highlights of the Colorado game last night. Insane, bro. Double overtime. There was chippiness. Travis Hunter got laid out on a clear personal foul. He went to the but Dion, buff around and find out, and they are undefeated. They go to 3-0, number 18, Colorado. If you go on our Facebook page right now, the chat is going. The comments on the Hunter post are going off, bro. There's like the comments. People are saying that it was a fair hit, and you have to set the standard as a defense. And obviously, other people are saying like it was a dirty hit. The guy should have got ejected. But Colorado, guys, they're the real deal. And next week versus Oregon, that game is going to be wild, bro. We'll see what Colorado really has. Hopefully Hunter is healthy and he can play. But for me, when we talking about sports, that's it. How long do we go? 13 minutes? 13 minutes in and out. It's 11:11. You still have 45 minutes to make all your plays, to set your lineups. Marky Garza, no, sir. Sanders is a real deal, but you are the real deal. Shout out to Lulu, too. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming Lulu back home. That's Marky's dog. She's back safe with him. So on that note, for Ben, for Justin, for Roland, these are, what? Just real quick, let's go over the best bets again, in case you guys missed it. Giants minus Fenn's best bet. Buffalo, Detroit, San Francisco, Dallas, parlay. And then to answer EC's question, we're going Mike Evans over David Montgomery for flex. This was a flex question. And then for Josh, we're going with Rashid over Zay Jones and Tyler Lockett. But Rashid and Zay Jones was kind of a tie, so you can't go wrong with either one. And let me see if I can get this one more time. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Flex of the week. DJ Moore needs to be in your lineup. Algier needs to be in your lineup. And Rachaad White for the Buccaneers needs to be in your lineup. These are the projections. We'll come back next week and see if they did better. And then the primetime parlay. Dolphins, Saints, and Cleveland Browns. Plus 375. Brought to you by Gorilla Box. It's a streaming service, free live TV, free pay-per-view. Hit us up if you need anything. And then let's see if we can get this to play one more time. Come on. Give it to me. The show goes on. Solo dolo, but the show goes on. All right, boys. That's it. I'm going to get out of here before I make more of a fool of myself. Enjoy your Sunday. Go barbecue. Go be with the fam. And that's it, man. I'm out of here. Peace.